Well, the day has come, and I decided to do a little bit of anniversary for no one less than Lara Croft, Angel of Darkness version. And welcome in, it's me, Chris Nephilim, broadcasting directly from my bedroom, living room / office, and, well, a lot of other places as well. But without unnecessary jabbering, I might actually kill the music, which was absolutely lovely because it was Peter Connolly and his masterpiece of Angel of Darkness, and I'm just gonna hit the button that launches the game, and we're just gonna have some fun. I will be running semi-patched version to my liking because, for one, let's just say I have very particular taste when it comes to AOD, how she should look like and whatnot. So yeah, I definitely feel more like this version than the recently released definitive edition. So this is more like the restoration version, more or less.
There have been 17 reported murders so far in this latest outbreak of monstrous killings. It would appear to be the work of a single, highly psychotic perpetrator. The name of the latest victim was just released. A Professor Werner von Croy. A female, described as Caucasian, brunette, and wearing a ponytail, was seen leaving the most recent crime scene. Officers are advised to use extreme caution when apprehending the suspect. At present, nothing appears to link any of the individuals involved. There are no known survivors of these attacks so far.
I'm not having any mods installed when it comes to audio. That's the version that they think they've been for me. I mean, that's what I've been having as default. Angel of Double Denim. Well, those were different times. Let's just stay with that. And that just come back with the camera. Like, what's the point of Shrimmin, AOD if I'm not visible. No, better. I know a few saves, but I just want to check. Okay, so the first save is the quick save. I can continue with that one. I think this one has better quality.
Help me, Lara. I need you to get something for me.
Go on.
I'm tracking 5 obscura paintings for a client called Eckhart, but he's a psychopath.
Why should I care?
Because I'm being stalked. People are dying out there.
Handle it, Werner.
Lara, please. Look, go and see this woman, Carvier. She can help.
I'm going. Eat it, Werner. You walked away and left me.
Get out!
That is a very good question to which I'm not sure if I can answer. It has something to do with the stupid twat. I can't shut out that way. It's the FMVs really. That's the quality they are, even if I play them on a player. But you know, those weren't the times of mobile phones. It was like 2003. They didn't have a lot of mobile phones. I mean, Lara might have afforded one, but probably didn't have a phone number to Werner. Although that might be just my headcanon. No worries. Always a shout out for a fellow streamer who's also a Tomb Raider fan. It's relative. I haven't seen you stream in ages, so. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, Hermind. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that was my idea. I mean, I think I had that kind of notion from the very beginning. She just wanted to hear what he had to say, and when she realized that he didn't have any sort of like apology or anything in mind, she was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna have that. He's not gonna tangle me into one of these stupid chases or cases or whatever else. So, oh, wait, you're right, Serenity. The colors are off the scale. Oh, I know what's the issue here. But I'm just gonna make a quick save. That's on me, actually. I forgot to switch off the if that will allow me to do it. Oh, I think it will. Display capture filters. Now I've actually changed the color correction because I had terrible issues with that Sabatu TR2 because it was extremely dark to a point when I was like, what the fuck? So I had to like alter those things, and I think it should now be a little bit better.
That bin looks climbable.
Yeah, that might be the reason why the screen was even weird during the FMV. Sorry about that. I have not realized I had them still on. This is a restoration project with some of the modifications that I've applied through all the mods. I'm still wondering whether I should cheat my way into the closed training area. Basically, Lara's, and that's one of the things that people omit in all of those. Yeah, that's the thing. People don't notice, but originally when Lara's supposed to, it is like playing for the first time because she's a lot more responsive because her turns are a lot sharper, as you can see. That's just pressing one button, a single button that's being held. You just press the direction button and she holds it. So that's another thing. We have this turning option, so she's a lot more responsive. There is no waiting time before she actually starts looking around when I press the look button. Those are the changes that have been applied not only through restoration projects, but also the stuff that I found on cooldesign.com. That's a page that contains a lot of the fixes, like control fixes. I think some of the people who actually worked on those have actually worked on Definitive Edition, but they are only working this way when you're running the PS2 control scheme. So when you swap to your gamepad, but I can't play on the gamepad, so I would be totally lost and unable to play, and I would be dying every 5 minutes. So I just decided with this. A lot of people forget that when Lara's original upgrade system was implemented into the game, she was supposed to also start gradually running faster, not only as a method of sprinting, but also just in general. So it wasn't only about the fact that she suddenly gained sprint, but when she becomes stronger and more upgraded, they were also intending to make her running and overall animations faster. That has not been unlocked in the game, and that's one of the things and features that have actually been released by the fans through the restoration project and earlier control fixes. She still has the same level of the distance of jumping. You still need to do these upgrades, but the speed of her movement and the responsiveness, she's more predictable. If you play the vanilla version of the game, you have no guarantee that she will immediately start running when even if she's not having the walk button locked. But here, unless you actually press it, she will always start running, as you can see here. Will always be starting running instead of like doing this, because that's how she normally does that. She takes a moment, but even now the speed between she jumps from walking to running is a lot faster because her responsiveness has been upgraded. There's also 90-degree turn, which is like the back button and the directional button, which I really find useful, especially in platforming when you need to rotate just a little bit, not the full span of 180 degrees. So that is another feature that I totally recommend having enabled, because it just really makes Lara a bit more realistic in terms of moving. Because if you want to rotate just a little bit, you don't do it this long. You know which direction you need to rotate as a human being. So that's another addition that I totally love, and I have not seen this in the definitive edition version. So it's something that has been omitted. I'm not sure how that works on the gamepad mode because I don't have it enabled, so it's hard for me to make out how that performs. But I personally have this scheme set up, and I think it works for me, basically.
I'll have a look around whilst I'm here. To open drawers and cupboards.
She will have the Restoration Project dialogue lines. This mod has added reverb, but I've disabled it because some dialogue lines and some stuff just becomes very unbearable. I don't like the way I think it was a bit subtle. I used to have a PC that had it on, and it actually worked, but it was a bit... It's a bit more annoying. I don't think I have it enabled, but did you hear any reverb? Because I don't think I have it enabled. Although, who knows? Oh, okay, then maybe it's just partially left.
It looks like I need something to force this open.
Do you want me to unlock the alternate pathway of the alternate training area, or do we just go to vanilla version? Because I haven't thought about it, and the only way to do it is just to swim through the door. I tend to do it because it's I do like the additional line of dialogue and the additional stuff you find there, but you know.
The jump to that canopy looks challenging.
Yeah, we know you can make it. You are you, after all. So much easier to navigate with these controls unlocked. Although she does move a lot faster, you have to anticipate that. Oh yeah, that's another problematic element. Why are they all opened up? Yeah, that is a bit. Now that I think of it, I'm not sure if that's not going to give her weapons. Let me just save it real quick, because if it's going to give her weapons, I don't want to do that. No, I don't think so. Oh, Jesus. Did I gain any items? No, only the stuff that I've picked up. Okay. Health items, just the stuff I picked up. Okay. And I think we can work with that. That was just a minor alteration when we jumped through the door, and we can still have a little bit more of the area. I do like the fact that they kept the tier 3 push animation that they had in Tomb Raider 3 with just a shift button or the walk button pressed. It's kind of funny, but I also like it. It's just like a little bit of taste of the classics. Now, the Restoration Project does change and alter locations of stuff, so items will not be in their original locations, they will not be placed, they play like, originally I remember where that crow is sitting next to that med pack. There used to be a key to that gateway, but that's gone. I don't know where or if that key is even findable really, but Alright, Lara, what the hell was that? Yeah, and the door has been fixed so she doesn't always... All the money's gone from the ghetto. What do you mean, all the money's gone? Oh, the money that's lying around. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. A lot of the stuff that's been placed, it turns out that a lot of the yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. I haven't noticed. Do you mean the weapons or some other items have also changed names? I haven't noticed. I don't remember. I've only played this restoration project a handful of times comparing to the original, so it's still like I don't recall everything. Alright, I then have the crowbar. Forgive my yawning. Other times like bartender keys or something like backstage entrance, Lursa, Perouge key. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. But then again, the entrance is different too. So that's another thing that you notice. You mean those maps in the ghetto? Oh, these maps. Yeah, I think they wanted to make them a bit more readable. I don't know how much that helped, but...
To climb off the drain pipe at the top, press the up cursor along with the right or left cursor key, depending on the direction you want to go.
I wonder what's the point of reference for this restoration and definitive edition project.
Don't keep me hanging around. I need to reach the roof before I lose my grip.
Before I lose my grip. This is a bit more dramatic take. I think it's from PS2.
Now I've got my strength back.
No, Lara, do not climb down. Do not climb down. I will not have it. Lara Croft. But yeah, there are some differences in.
No time to waste. I need. Could be something useful in there.
Yeah. There's definitely something useful. We're definitely picking it up. Shut up, Lara. You're talking to yourself. You're delusional.
There's a crowbar down.
Shush. No time to waste. You said it yourself. Gotta get to Mark and Carvey's apartment, right? Or something. Oh my god, my allergy is killing me. It makes me really snorty. Just noticed my phone was still on for an unknown reason. Oh wait, the jewellery in the cupboard. Although I don't know if it still has jewellery. You mean the new one? Are you listening to the new one soundtrack? Yeah, Kissnicker was probably one of the best songs in this version. Although I still have some issues with the general quality of this film. It's very uneven and some changes, I just don't understand them. I mean, overall it's probably not the worst one, but... It is definitely not the worst. It definitely seems better, like some of the recent ones. Like, yeah, they definitely have more approval for it. Although I think, in my opinion, they have butchered some elements from the original to a point when it just felt redundant additions that didn't change anything for the story, but they just kept them anyway. So that's me and my personal headcanon. So like there's more go in there, and like can't pronounce her name properly in English. Morgo or Morgal. So, like, the pictures with her. I don't know, I think they just wanted to have a little hint of the old stuff, or maybe they're just literally restoring the old stuff that's still in the game files without checking whether that makes sense or not. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to the painting outside. Not supposed to be there, okay? But you'd know better, I've probably read the script. I don't think I've ever gotten around it.
I need to move quietly. Press the stealth key, and then to hug the wall whilst moving.
You found the
stealth,
image, so you should
press
know.
the action button when I'm standing next to it. I need to get lower. To commando crawl, press and hold the double.
There's gonna be no commando crawl. We're gonna be smashing someone's heads. Yeah, this is the point where you originally would probably learn the commando crawl, because you normally need to go that low that he doesn't see you even in crouch or stealth. So yeah, that's where they imagined it would be. By the way, going down there will get you arrested. This guy he's not asking questions, he's arresting first, reporting later, like this. No point in approaching him, and he can get your ass bust. I do like the fact that you can come up to this door now, compared to the original. She's still in the area where you get the cutscene. By the way, both Definitive Edition and Restoration Project don't really make you use of that cutlet too much. It doesn't really change anything. They're still gonna barge in here. So my suggestion is to do this. This is how quickly they're gonna get in. They didn't even look at the cupboard. They're really not asking questions. These guys are for real. Right, there's nothing in here. I'm used to picking up stuff and there's nothing in here. Like, the game doesn't give you shit right now.
Suspect on 3rd floor.
Oh, shut up, you snitch. Yeah, normally the game, the vanilla game, doesn't really tell you that the commando crawl is even a thing. I don't think even the little book that you received with the game actually had that control. Even though the functionality is still there, it's just the game doesn't really teach you that commando crawl, like you noticed. Originally, that there is no mention of it. That's not a hotel, that's actually an apartment block. Abandoned one, so no one really cares. So the stuff you find is really no one's stuff.
Call for air support.
Jesus, these guys are trigger happy. There's this, which I like. I like the rotating objects. I do have a feeling like this game could be a tad brighter, but that might be just me. Oh, because it's set to its default setting for whatever reason. That's a tad better. I love the way she picks it up. It's like, I've picked it up. Hi, Chromix. Yes, unfortunately, I've decided to torment you with this. So yes, I'm on camera. Hi there. How are you doing?
This door is locked. I'll need a key.
Yeah, I'm not fond of this whole thing. It's just like, I would have resculpted that bloody thing if I had a choice or a chance or shit ton of money. Not fond of it. Oh, this is Angel of Darkness. Can't you tell? You never played Angel of Darkness. The game is celebrating 20th anniversary of being up. By the way, I could have kicked him in the head. And he didn't even notice. One question I've got for whoever is still alive from Cool Design, whoever made this. Explain why this hand looks like a pretty much accurate, realistic hand, and there are several other places where you have hands. I'm not even talking about actors. And they have the most atrocious geometry on those hands. Like even Lara's hands up close up, they just look like square hands. Just like, what the f... I don't get it. Why did you close? Where'd you go? No, that's actually, the controls are shoehorned into up and down buttons, so you need to tap the button in order to choose the floor, but that also makes Lara respond. Hey, 2003, they haven't thought of actually disconnecting her from the controls for a moment? Or having a separate button pressed? I think that's too low. Again. By the way, they're chasing me. I forgot that there's a timer. That no longer waits for a trigger that she picks up. And they're already shooting, Jesus. Fuck off.
Press start to tuck my legs up.
Well, this was 2003. Things were a bit less angular than they were in 1996. But I digress. Jesus, they're really trigger happy, aren't they? Shut up, you stupid frog-eating person. Come on, you're not even at a proper angle to shoot me. Cheaters. Cheater, French, froggy, cheese-eating, cheater, French, whatever. It's dark in here, isn't it? Try and fix stuff. I've kept the original. That's a little bit better, and should also help a bit. Yes, it's nice. I think. I don't know. Don't shoot, you stupid Frenchie.
That jump looks too far. I'm still a little rusty, you know.
Yeah, we know. Talking about speedrun abilities. That's how much time you have before the dog jumps you and tries to eat your ass. Yeah, that dog is deadly. You have to do it like in so fast. There's no time for running because it kills you. Whatever, doggy. Oh Jesus, stupid woman. Fuck off. Jesus, this dog. Has it not been fed for like a decade? Oh. Fuck off. Bad dog. I had weapons. The game doesn't give you any weapons at this point. Not a single thing. Not until you get into Serpent Rouge. It's suboptimal in my opinion, but I digress. Push, Lara, push.
My legs
There you go, your legs feel stronger, maybe you'll make the jump. Jesus, that... I know they would require a complete redesign of all of the levels if they have removed that upgrade system, but the castrated version is it's just so unworkable. How do you even explain that? Oh, come on, Lara.
I reckon I'll make it across.
You wouldn't dare not making it across now. What with me? No, not this. Oh. Wrong combination of buttons. Forgive that. Oh, that's a thick door. Man, this guy is still shooting. I guess they're getting paid by the amount of killed suspects or something. They have a target deadline or something. Stop shooting, you bastard. It's a rude. Sorry, birdie. Well, where you pick up most of this stuff? I don't know, I have an obsession about picking up everything. Don't ask. I mean, ask, I'm just not gonna tell you. It's just my obsession. And they just assumed she died and they never came to check the trash bin or whatever. That's what you do when you're in police, right? Right? Anyway. Yeah, this is Tier 3 Nevada and she jumps over a fence and that's just neat.
Who is it? Mademoiselle
Yeah, she
Cartier.
would.
It's Lara Croft. I need your help.
Miss Croft, I recognize you from photos and Werner's description. Come in.
Thank you.
And what's a change here is that we actually get to see her apartment before having the conversation, which I think is a really nice touch. Because normally they're just like talking immediately and you don't even have a chance to have a look around. Now I can actually look through her apartment. A cozy living room, if a bit cluttered. Why doesn't it make sense? Like, she would have a chance to have... Ooh, I never looked into this aquarium. Do we have actually animated fish? There are actually animated fish inside. Look at this, guys. I actually never paid this much attention. But... those fish are actually moving. Wow. She's gonna take the wine from the kitchen, and there's that little, oh, you know. Yeah, I can see why narratively it's not good. I just stole her stuff. Oh, look, there was a ring on the table here. I'm just gonna snatch that too. But it doesn't change much. The Francine was the name of the girlfriend from of Pierre, and you just do the same thing through her apartment. It's exactly the same energy. Oh wait, there's a cupboard here. Oh no, you can't open it. That's rude. 2 out of 10. I hate this mod. Uninstalling. No, I really love it. But you know, this saves time because after she gets, you know, all bitter with Lady C, she will just run off without the police even having a chance to catch me. I think it's a good thing that I can steal her stuff while she's still in the room, right? That totally makes sense, right?
An evil night to be out alone, Miss Croft. Our streets are not safe anymore.
Mademoiselle Cartier, I have just come from Werner's apartment.
And how is Werner?
I'm afraid Werner is dead.
Dead?
Why she even told her that?
Can I get you anything?
How was Werner killed? What happened?
It's all a bit vague. I arrived at his
She could have
apartment today
confabulated
from-
something,
He
completely
was battling
erasing
with
herself
Pierre.
from
He said he
suspicion.
tried to
Like,
contact you.
He did.
Lara's not
I
being
never
very
expected
smart.
that.
She
Not
doesn't
after
know
me.
this woman.
Werner has been fearful for his life. He accepted a commission 5 weeks ago. Since then, he's been acting strangely, jumping at shadows.
But that's just
He
me.
even let the
I just think
practice
about
his
self-preservation first. I don't care about others.
Who was the commission from?
The client's name was Erkraft. He wanted Werner to research something called the Obscura paintings. Werner approached me at my department at the Louvre.
Were you able to help him?
A little, I think.
I do love how in this version the shadows are really crisp. They're no longer this edgy, pixelated thing.
Werner didn't scare easily.
He felt he was being stalked.
He could well have been. The monstrum is running around Paris, according to
Oh.
the press.
Werner left a
Carvey is
package here.
dancing a little bit.
I
You
want
saw
to
that
give it
little
to you
jiggle,
if
you know, she's
anything
wiggle
happened to
wiggle.
him.
Do you know what it is?
It's his field notebook.
If he left his notebook, he was spooked.
You still haven't explained what happened.
There was gunfire. That's all I can recall.
Gunfire. Werner was shot.
No, he was actually the one
Did you
shooting.
kill him?
I can't remember. It's all a blur.
Lara, why are you
Miss Croft,
answering these
I
questions that
strongly
way?
suggest that you talk to the police.
Mademoiselle, I was a good friend of Werner's.
No, you
I
weren't.
didn't kill him. I didn't.
If you say so.
Do you have the notebook?
I do. It's safe for the moment.
Good friend, yeah. Yeah, they're just trying to kill each other in Egypt, but let's forgo that little detail.
I really am going to need
Yeah, no, but
Werner's
that pisses
notebook.
her off, doesn't
Somebody
it?
killed Werner. You say you don't remember clearly what happened.
You think you
Perhaps the
remember
police
clearly
are
with
right
him?
in suspecting you.
I never killed Werner.
I think you better leave.
You
Miss
don't know
Croft.
yourself. Don't give yourself
The
that answer.
notebook?
I'm not sure this is the right thing, but I must respect what Werner wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
The right choice, mademoiselle.
And now you are better.
Those hands are just
The
like
police will be
uncanny valley. But then again,
You're all
Crystal
heart.
Dynamics wasn't best. You're all hot. I like that comment, by the way. Yeah, let's just leave. I'm not liked here anyway. The line was just like, nah, now I won't stab you in your sleep. Yeah, that kind of sounds like a threat, doesn't it? The right choice, mademoiselle. Otherwise, you'd lose your lovely little teeth. What the fuck was that? Lara's a bully in this game. Like, no. Yeah, the monstrum's gonna get her anyway. Oh, well.
What did Von Croy get himself into? Perhaps his notebook will help.
That isn't narratively and gameplay-wise, that is a good hint. Because in the original game, when you play the vanilla, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing and why you're doing the shit. Like, you assume she read it, but it would have been nice if there was a pointer. And now that I have a pointer to that notebook, here we go. We can go through all of his entries, figure out what he went through. You understand Lara's motivations. Like, the original game just gives you that little notebook hint in the right bottom corner of the screen, and that's just it. And I'm like, how am I supposed to figure out that I'm expected to read anything? Like, okay, now I know, but when I'm playing for the first time, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Why is she asking people about these particular things, questions, particular people? Like, there is no indication. I did read everything because I'm the curious player, but I know not every player will actually figure that part out, and that was another thing that put a lot of people off because, like, what the fuck? But I have this version actually has them all fixed, so they don't the text doesn't go out of the pages, and the pictures are properly placed. It's actually higher quality, and there's a lot of stuff that wasn't in the vanilla game, but it actually gives you an idea about what to expect. So I think I like this version of the notebook in the restoration project a lot better. There used to be something, if I remember. Let me see. Through the golden line, the Nephilim will enslave the sons of man and inherit the earth. No, they haven't removed it. In the restoration project, still has that. And I think I remember from the background stuff that we found out that there was a working idea that Eckhart believed he's the lion. That's why there's the lion emblem in his hideout beneath Prague for whatever reason. There are a few lion ideas, and I think his Strahov emblem also wants to have. It has the lion symbol, so there is a reference for it. I do like this idea. And I do like that these pictures that he found are in better quality, because originally they were kind of like but this looks like a real shit. And I like this little touch that they left the sticky tape so it's sticked into it. I do like that, although this seems to be hand drawn. And I don't remember this in vanilla. But this is a nice hint to Louvre, because you can actually use the X-ray in the restoration project to use the Obscura painting and actually see the metallic symbols in it. That is such a cool gimmick. And here comes the expert coming with although. So this guy is supposed to be blind, right? So you say that the X-ray shows the incorrect one?
All Paris is my pitch. Got any spare change? For a coffee?
Maybe. I need to find a man.
Then look no further, ma petite.
This is a particular man. Bouchard. Louis
Oh,
Bouchard.
okay, so
Know
that's
him?
probably a file or an object swap.
No. Never heard of him.
Even for spare change?
Go away, I never heard of him.
So where could I ask? I could use a coffee. How about you?
Try the Café Métro, in the Place d'Arcade.
Yeah, the file, that's an object swap in cause
Sounds
and
like my
I
kind of
totally get
cafe.
that.
What about the spare change, mademoiselle?
I didn't say I had any.
Welcome to
It's
Paris.
a game being a bit not knowing where to put what. I think it just messed up because they didn't actually review that because there was so much chaos
I'm
when
going
putting
to
the
need
game
cash.
together in the final port so it can actually be somewhat playable. So they obviously had to like hurry up and they just didn't review everything. And there were some alterations that were last minute that even I think Mercy didn't know about. So yeah, I do like that they've removed from this version all this. Oh, I can climb this. Oh, this looks climbable. Blah blah blah. Hello, with Lara Croft, you can climb all kinds of shit. We can figure it out. Like that is so absolutely redundant. I'm glad that they've removed it from this version because it's like I can climb this. Like who talks to themselves like this? Oh, these stairs look walkable. Like, what the fuck? If it's a ladder, then it looks like climbable thing, right? Everyone knows that you can technically climb a drain pipe or something. Like, what's the point of actually narrating this? But, I don't know, Core Design decided to actually tell you what you can climb, which was rather obvious because you pass by an object and Lara immediately starts to climb it. But God forbid tell you what to do by the game. Like what's the motivation behind what Lara's doing in the game? No, that's not what we're telling. It's just like Core was really messed up at that time. I mean, I do understand that this was a big mess on every side because design-wise, they knew that this is probably to be or not to be for the game franchise. The game was the franchise was on a decline. No one really liked Chronicles. A lot of people complained about bugs around that time, and there were other games that were more modern. So they knew that this is a big thing. They need to make it right. And the fact that Eidos didn't give a shit about allowing them to do the right by the game is just ridiculous. But then again, they had a bit overly ambitious plans. If they didn't do transition. Yeah, that's true. But there was also a lot of stuff that wasn't okay, and they really felt like they could be a little bit more generous in telling the player the context of what's going on because you need to figure that stuff out. If I remember correctly, talking to this guy doesn't give you a thing. It's not necessary because he's not really. He doesn't give you any important info.
You looking for anything special,
I just
little
like
lady?
talking to him,
So
but
what are you? A
I'm just
city
wondering.
guide?
I saw
That's right.
people totally
I'm a
omit
city
him in
guide, all
playthroughs.
tastes and interests catered for.
Good. I need directions.
Too late.
I'm trying to find a man called Bouchard. Do you know him?
That's not a healthy kind of question to be asking.
Well, I'm
Don't
gonna get
tell
a
me
cold.
Paris is dangerous.
Oh, we got all kinds of rough
This
stuff
is an
here in
unhealthy
Paris,
question.
including
Her,
our
her.
own
Now
serial
you have
killer.
cough and
You heard of the monster,
typhus or
You
whatever.
heard of him?
The
The
monster,
monster is
a
a
him?
him? How do you know that?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, those
but I'd
creepy
watch my
hands
area
from
on the
Uncanny
streets
Valley
if I didn't
again.
know my way around.
Which you obviously do.
Fuck,
So how do
I think I
find
would have
Bouchard?
said that if they were like
He won't
broken
have
or
time for
something or
casual
twisted,
colors.
but this looks
Having
like
staff problems
Jesus,
at
like
the
stuff
club
from
here.
Nightmares.
Bouchard runs a club.
Looks like a Slender Man because there's no
Suppose
differential of the
you
width
Why should
between
losing
his
staff be such a big
hand
deal?
and his
Because these
forearm. It
staff
just
are
looks
dying
like
of
there's
the
no
job,
wrist
messy.
over there.
No one knows why or how.
It's
You don't
all
think
one
Bouchard
thing,
gets
it's
a
all
hand
one
in it?
blur.
Keep your voice
One
down.
pale blur.
Bouchard can handle all he needs to, but this is something different, something creepy. His people
Something
didn't die
creepy.
pretty. It's got him really shaken.
Is it the monster?
Who knows for sure? I just tried to keep my nose clean. You should too.
So you've no idea where Bouchard is?
No?
Well, I'm sure someone does. I'll ask around.
Yeah, do that. Why don't you try Café Métro?
Who do I talk to there? The owner?
Hey, I'm kidding, really. The guy's a complete loser. Forget it. Go home, do something recreational, which is
This is
where I might be able to help.
you
No
know.
thanks.
Having to keep low, eh? That's hard.
But you just
Especially
can't-
with the cops being so trigger happy.
You didn't
Should I
get to
give
say
Bouchard your
something
regards when I
special?
find him?
No, don't do
Oh,
that.
no, that's why he
But
says
if
it.
you are
Never
at
mind.
a loose end, look me up. I'm sure we could find something diverting for you. You know, something special.
See you around.
Yeah, around, fuck off. You're a weirdo. We don't like you. Well, a glittering assembly, King Stefan. Royalty, nobility. Janice? What the fuck are you doing here, Janice? Music. Let's talk to Janice. I'm really glad that this is our Janice, not Janice from Friends, you know. Anyway, I digress. Too much
Not a lot of
Friends.
passing trade at this hour.
It's early yet? Move along, ma chère. You make the place look crowded.
I wouldn't worry. We're not in the same class.
That attitude won't get you far round here, sweet thing.
I just want to find someone. Name of Bouchard.
You won't find him here, ma chère. He did run the club across the road, Le Serpent Rouge, but had to move premises. There was a lot of trouble, I heard. Things needed to lie quiet for a while.
Oh? Trouble?
Lost some of his best people. Very messy business. Made him nervous.
I love that
that's
these characters
saying
look kind of
something.
like
Do
they're
you know where
wearing a
he
wig.
went to?
No idea. There are people who know, but if your mind wants to lie low, he won't be easy to contact.
I'd have guessed as much. Everyone's
It's
in
getting
hiding.
dark. I can
Not
make it
everyone,
brighter.
chérie. What do you want him for?
I'm trying to track down a
Now
friend
it's
of
all the way,
Moon's.
the other way around this
Dead.
time.
But he made contact with Bouchard before he checked out.
Tell you what.
I mean, I
there's
don't mind
two
it
guys
dark
who
on the
used to
stream
work
because
at
it
the
kind of
Serpent
fits that
Rouge.
it's a very
So
early
Bouchard didn't
morning,
lose
but
everybody.
if it's too
No.
dark, I can make it
These
brighter.
two left before the troubles closed the place down. One's a
Depends on
miserable
what the
old
public
devil called
needs.
Bernard, who was the janitor there. He hangs about in the park sometimes.
And the other one?
The other one, Pierre, worked as a barman. Makes bad deals that backfire on him. He runs the cafe at the Place d'Arcade now. Café Métro. You never know. Might be worth a shot.
What makes this cafe owner so unlucky?
Oh, he's a total loser. Claims Bouchard held back some money or something of his and kept it at the club. I don't know the details.
You seem to know plenty. I didn't catch your name.
Janice.
Does anyone know who's causing Bouchard all this grief? Or why?
No. Or they're not saying. The monstrum has got everyone too scared to talk.
I'd have thought Bouchard would be geared up for trouble.
He can handle it all right. No one better. But the way his people has been dying, so ugly. And that poor woman.
What woman?
Someone called Carvier. She worked at the Louvre, it says on the radio. I don't want to talk about it.
Carvier.
No, you watch out, my chère. There is a lot of sickos loose on the streets.
Yeah.
That's okay. Some of us like it that way.
Ha 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 ha. Janice doesn't even fuck around. Like, she's not even hiding who she is and what she does. Like, ooh, I like those weirdos and psychos and murderers that are running around. Wait, this poster is different. I don't remember this poster in the game. And this looks too high quality for AOD. Like, this texture is sharper than texture below it. Designed by the Restoration Project. I mean, I do know that the signs everywhere have better quality, and I like that, but... And I do remember this, but these posters, they look new. Toby cam, the centers of the boob area. Obviously, you know, Toby's shadow the Toby's cam is just everywhere. What's the name of the level? Ghetto Underground. I do like that change. Telling you straight away that Bouchard's hideout is underground is just so ridiculous. No, I know, but the vanilla game has Bouchard's hideout and it already tells you, oh shit, where he's hiding, that he's in the sewers. And I think I grabbed the game. Yep, that's very much crap game. No, I remember the vanilla game. It's called Bouchard's Hideout, this level. This sewer is not Ghetto Underground. I remember AOD. It was originally called... Yeah, check it. You can watch old playthroughs from like 10 years ago before this mod was released. On YouTube, that's the fastest, right? And the loading screen, it will have Bouchard's Hideout. No, I don't have Bouchard's Hideout. That's the mod. Bouchard's Hideout is for when you're actually entering the crypt from the Saint Eckhard's graveyard behind the church. That's where it's called Bouchard's Hideout. This part, however, in the vanilla game, it's called Bouchard's Hideout, which already tells you that he's somewhere in the sewers, which is ridiculous. But the mod actually fixes that and changes it to Ghetto Underground. By the way, why is it called Parisian Ghetto? Is that like some sort of ghetto segment from the World War II, or is it a specific area in France, Paris, that has been called ghetto? Well, it makes more sense because vanilla game kind of spoils it. The restoration project actually does this level justice because it just Ghetto Underground and you don't know already that Bouchard is hiding somewhere in the sewers. Which I think is a good idea, but yeah, the original game kind of ruins spoils the surprise. Like, you really would have thought that he's somewhere else hiding with the mafia or something. No. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck are you doing, Lara? I pressed the jump button. No, I didn't, but can't speak for herself. Not against me, anyway. No, I'm not having anything vanilla right now. This is restoration mod through and through when it comes to level design, alterations, object placement, entrances. This is full-on restoration project. I'm just using a customary controls modification that is probably the biggest difference from restoration project because it does play like vanilla game and I don't like that. I just came back to this exe that has the original the controls that I prefer. Yeah, no worries. I get it. Oh, there's still some stuff. I like the crouch pickup method. You just park yourself in the vicinity of pickups and just pick it all up from one spot instead of like walking again above every single item, waiting for the animation to start and end when she picks up stuff, which is I could get cancer from waiting. I do have a feeling like there are more lighting light sources that give shadow in this version. I don't remember Lara having shadow in all of those spots. Or am I remembering things wrong? Now the question remains open. Who do we talk to? I usually go with Pierre because we get to see Curtis before we actually get to see him right away, right after the bike. But we can of course offer the nice gentleman here a deodorant or decent coat. By the way, isn't it cool? That's a design thing. They knew they couldn't pull off shaders for trees, so instead they put kind of like an overlay object that is right beneath the trees that is supposed to emulate a shadow cast beam from Bernard is a bastard anyway. Well, he does. He does look and sound bastardish, so I do agree. I'm gonna go to Willow Tree because I do like to talk to him. He's a funny fellow. And I have him fixed finally, so he actually moves his mouth. Although his face is still kind of weird, but, you know, still out there.
Do you need any help?
I'm looking for
I
someone.
thought I'd never see the
Name of
little dead
Bouchard.
day with his mouth
This
is
is
moving.
just herbalists. We stock medicinal potions and herbal extracts.
So he isn't a
Still
customer of
entirely
yours.
dead face, but at
Customer.
least his mouth is moving now.
No. Would you like to purchase something?
I'm told there's a story about a doorman in this area. Do you know it?
The doorman is Bouchard's bodyguard.
Find him, and I find Bouchard?
Yes, probably.
What would I need?
Money. A password.
Who would know the right password?
I'm afraid I can't help you there.
Okay, thanks anyway.
He's been so helpful. He's been such a helpful person. The fuck did she end up on the railing? Where's the fucking door? I can't see the fucking door. The programmers of the game: Andy Wood, Andrea Cordella, Rich Morton. It's a nice touch. I think they bastardized it in the definitive edition, where the game completely removes and alters these posters. And we can train melee. I do have a small trick, and it works 70% of the time. Worked. And worked. No more shimming like crazy. I thought she'd grab the railing, but nope, that would be too much. By the way, Serenito, excited about your premiere on the 19th. So you have the final cut. Has you said that? I think you mentioned that Peter hasn't seen it yet. So this is going to be like a thing for him as well to see for the first time. Not even G Daddy. Well, no, G Daddy was your tester. Jenny saw a rough cut. Okay. Yeah, he was your beta or like test audience. Well, at least you didn't bastardize your work, because test audience for 2013 Tomb Raider has changed the ending, and for the worse. Whiny pussies. But I digress. Oh no, Sam is dying. Who cares? No one really likes her. She's a stupid, naive twat.
Hey, lady, keep away from the ring.
Nice watch.
What?
Am I talking too fast for you?
Okay, sister, you're leaving now.
What about a wager?
Yeah? On what?
Those boys in the ring. What are their names?
Look,
I do like that. I don't know if it's the
What are their
graphics,
Okay.
but there's that little shine on her lower lip. I do like that little gimmick.
That's more
I don't know if it's intentional or not, but that
against
just,
your fancy gold
it just
watch,
shows up
the
at
type
certain
of the best
angles,
fighter.
but it's just like
you
at
have to
the
admit you
edge of the
are?
lip, and it
Smart
looks so
Not on
nice.
me. No.
Come back when you do. Now get lost.
Oh, I didn't have enough money. Oh no. Oh, that's right. You can't do a wager without money, and I don't even have. I have €0. There's not a single piece of. Ah. Don't like. No money. Stupid game. Uninstalling, deleting off the drive. I'm using the vanilla. No, I'm not. I still love this one, but yeah, that was. I don't like that dick move to take away all the money. I feel poor.
I'm trying to find someone called Bouchard.
No one of that name in these parts.
Liar,
You'll want to
liar,
see
pants
me.
on fire.
Then I hope you find him.
Oh, I don't think I have anything to drink. One sec, let me remedy that. Yeah, I now have to visit Ren and sell some stuff, but that's kind of shitty that they deprive you of all the monies. Metanolaka. Wait me for a moment, I need to grab something to drink. My tongue is like, ugh, can you see, this is dry. This is dry, I need to water it. It's like a plant, it needs to be watered. So, one sec, be right back. I can't gesture, I shouldn't gesture, whatever. Just like, let's just go in. Pause, please. I'll actually leave you with Lara. There's nothing gonna attack her, and you need some music. BRB. I am back and I have water, a lot of it, an abundance of what I can literally drown, but I really need my water. Open up. Open sesame. Oh, by the way, speaking of off topics, not sure. I know that you're not into starships in Star Trek Online in general, but rumor has it that we are going to have Enterprise G in June, so they're gonna drop off the Constitution 3 on Neo Connie. I can't fucking wait. Have enough money in my bank in exchange. I've been saving for the past months, selling shit, and I also won a ship on a giveaway, and I sold it for like 1.3 billion EC. So I'm ready, baby. My body's ready. My wallet's ready. I just need to have Neo Connie. It's just so beautiful, and we're gonna have the Picard Odyssey class this week. It will look the same way as it did on Picard season 3. So I can't wait. But enough of the off-topic. This is Tomb Raider Age of Darkness celebration. We're not talking about other franchises. I mean, we can, but... there used to be money here. I want my money back. There was a thief. I know it was just lying on the street, but there was a thief and he stole all of my money. I do like you don't really even need to look at this map with the action button. You can just be close up and you can still see details. I like that this map is a lot more detailed and looks a lot better. Used to be money here, and there is none. There's just that stupid camera. By the way, isn't that... I was talking about those shadows, but look at them. They even move like the tree, as the tree does. They couldn't do a proper shaders, all of the objects, so they made an artificial one, but it still looks pretty decent even now. The tree's just moving a little bit, and the shadow is moving and it's cast the same way. It's a lovely detail. A lot of games just have dead trees all the time, and it's 2003. A cool design thinks about trees being animated and having an animated shadow. Look at this. This tree's moving, and its shadow is moving. That's just such a nice touch. It's just such a lovely detail that a lot of game designers even omit today. I've been wondering one of the Assassin's Creed games lately, and there's a segment of the map that you're not supposed to access, so they didn't give a fuck about actually animating the trees behind it, and they're just static and dead. No, that wasn't Assassin's Creed. That was The Last of Us Part 2, actually. There's a non-traversable segment of the game which just tells you that there is further city, but it's overgrown and there's no going there. It's an invisible wall, but it looks like vegetation. But if you look up, the trees are not moving, and that's 2020, and that's 2003, and we have this. There's a little detail. I just freaking love those little aspects of AOD. Really has made sure that those little things are being thought through and they're being nicely represented. Well, the tree doesn't look too well because it's low quality, but it's so dark that you don't really need too much quality, but still. And look at that, the tree branches are animated separately on the shadow. It's not like it's just one moving texture. They even gave themselves, you know, the hardship of making a cast tree that is actually moving with cast tree shadow that has individual branches moving independently. Like, who thinks about that? They could just put two textures together and just have them rotate randomly. No, they actually cared about this having a moving pattern. Christ, like, poor design. If they had the time, if they had the proper tools, I could have made a masterpiece that would have even today been a game that would have been a staple and would have been a point of reference for a lot of games. And well, that was just wasted because Eidos wanted to use the publicity of the film, which wasn't a good film either, for a game that wasn't finished, so it wasn't a good game either. Because of that, it was just like, ugh, if I could go back to time. The juice is in vanilla too. Also more HQ on that. Okay, but I totally felt like I have not seen this texture, but I don't know, maybe I just haven't paid attention to that much. I don't know, it's just like weird. Well, I'm gonna take it as it is because there's no like, okay, maybe I didn't pay that much attention to it. Although the windows are even reflective, even though there's no point because there's nothing in it. It's just oh, there's even the window blinds are actually 3D. Not entirely properly, but still. Damn, cool. You really thought about everything, haven't you? Why'd you have to screw up in so many other ways? Jeez. I miss these guys. I miss their creative thought and their artistic thought and their artistic direction. They had a really good artistic sense of direction in all of their games. But I want to strangle them at the same time for doing a lot of other things wrong. It's like, for one, they were a bit too ambitious with this game. Like, come on, let's gradually move from PS1 to PS2. You don't have to make a big hit. You don't have to make a really massive game that has so many revolutionary items and elements in it. Would have been perfectly fine if the game was just continuing. Hello. I love that he starts moving his hands, like swiping me like a fly. He doesn't like Lara, does he? So many mirror surfaces.
Are you Pierre?
Possibly. What can I get you?
No, I'm his mother.
Information.
Really? Well, everyone wants something for nothing.
It needn't be for nothing. We could trade.
Mullet
Trade.
and
You
meme
used to
of
work at the
reading a
Serpent
paper.
Rouge. I need to find your ex-boss, Bouchard.
You don't look like police.
No, I don't. But I do deal with problems. Sort them out.
And run errands, no doubt.
If need be. And they pay well enough.
What sort of problem?
I'm really having a
sort
hard
of
time
problems do you
understanding
have?
what the fuck is wrong with
Any
his face
situations
from the
need
very
clearing
beginning.
up? Difficulties removed?
In exchange for
I
information
mean, this version
about
at least
Louis
has his
Bouchard.
face. Still remember Vanilla when
That's
his face was
dangerous
completely
information.
missing.
I'm a dangerous girl. And right now, I'm losing patience.
I do have a situation
Goth
that
boy.
needs tidying. A retrieval job. Something I forgot to pick up from Le Serpent Rouge when I left in a hurry. It's mine, and I want it back.
Why don't you just pick
And
it
I
up
want it
yourself?
back.
Two
What
guesses.
is wrong with his
Bouchard?
voice?
The monstrum?
Don't joke about the monstrum.
Don't
Bouchard
joke
ran a
about
lot
the
of
monster.
operations there. The place will be staked out.
Just tell me
Take
where
that.
the item is in the club.
It's small. Small enough to
have to
fit
fit
inside
on
one
the
of the
stage.
stage lights. The one
that
that
doesn't
doesn't work.
That's it? Okay. I can work with that. How do I get into the club?
With this. This will get you in behind the stage area at the back. Return what's mine to me here, and I'll put you in touch with Louis Bouchard.
I'm sure he'll be glad to hear from you again.
He isn't going to. I just tell you where to find him.
Well,
Then
it's
it's up to you.
Okay. And if this doesn't work out,
Why
I know
does
where
his
to find you.
voice sound
Don't I,
so
Pierre?
nauseous? It sounds nauseating. Oh, I have a key. Okay, I have an entry in the notebook. Retrieve box at Serpent Rouge and Broken Lightning Rig. Okay. What about items? Hip flask. I didn't totally steal it in her presence. Pierre's key gives access to the Serpent Rouge stage entrance at the back of the club. Okay. I don't remember how this item was called. I've never actually visited the inventory to see it. This game completely eliminated the need of actually carrying all the items or checking which items you have, because you only get them when you need them directly in the line of succession. So there's no point in carrying or looking at these items. Now I'm just looking because I'm curious, but whatever. Let me save here. Oh my god, the game saved. Yes, and slide. I do like that there's a bit of the street over there. Just kind of pity that it's completely blank. It's empty, I mean. They could have at least put one or two models of cars parked in there. It's France after all.
Open for business.
You managed to get in, didn't you?
Just checking. I didn't want to waste your time, or mine.
Discretion is my middle name. Especially with strangers who just walk in off the street.
But you can keep your mouth shut.
Depends what's in it for me. Are you buying?
I like the comic style of his
How much
face.
for these?
He feels like a character directly from a noir detective comic book. Literally, the line of his jaw, the jawline, the face, the costume, what he's wearing. It looks like he's literally from a comic. Like, he's a very well realized character visually. The visual language of him is I really like it. Well, we got 700, no, 900. Ooh, we've got 1,170 euros. And there's still going to be stuff from the club, because I'm going to come here the second time. Ooh, we're going to be rich. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having like 1,000 euros right now. It would have been only 5,000 in my currency, or 4,000, something like that. I think so. Am I bad at math? I mean, I am, but am I that bad? Yeah, it would be rich. That would be literally just 1,000 of my currency short from my monthly payout, so I would not mind having €1,000 right now extra. That's 4,500. Jesus, oh my god, I would be rich. That would be roughly 1.5 to PlayStation 5s in my money. €1,000 is a lot of money. We like a lot of money. Oh wait, I'm going the old way. The entrance is here. Next to the evil boy. The reason I started talking about money is that I've been trying to meet ends, and with all of the vet visits, oh god, it's just terrible. And my dog isn't actually behaving better. I mean, he doesn't act like he's feeling better, so yeah. And look at the emblem on his back. It has a lion emblem. It's obviously a guy sent from Prague because he belongs to, or he works for Eckhart. This is not police. There were gunmen all over the place, but they're not police. I do like that. Now, one thing I'd like to change, I don't remember if I say, but I assume I did. Am I being... No, I'm not being sneaky. He saw me. I had to check if he can see me. I don't know why this is here. Like, why is this climbable? I mean, I had an idea that at some point they wanted to give her an animation that she can actually kill someone from hanging position. So she can hang above someone on a pipe or on a rope and, like, I don't know, grab him with her legs, or just descend, hang on her legs and just grab someone and, I don't know, snap their neck. Something like that was in Splinter Cell. Sam Fisher could do stuff like that on the enemies. So I was thinking they might have tried doing that, because why else would she be grabbing that pipe at the ceiling? And I do like that they didn't try to make this game extremely visually realistic. Like, they were using a language that was more comic-like. It wasn't like, oh, we're making this look extremely realistic. They weren't aiming for that, and I don't think they ever would. Because they kept Lara's proportions and her facial features a lot less realistic. Same goes for the characters. None of the characters actually look like real people, but it's not like because they're badly designed. No, it's literally because they were designed that way. It was like, it's a stylized graphic style, and I really like that. The creation of a character isn't just like, oh, let's create another believably looking character from head to toe. Von Croy looks like a cliche. Janice looks like a cliche, but that works. It's just good for the game. It was good for the tone of the game. It was good for its atmosphere. It was good for all the solutions that were introduced into the game language. Cole really had a sense of direction when it comes to visual aspect of the game. And I think Crystal's kind of lost at that. They don't really know what they're aiming for. Like, there are elements which kind of want to look like they're super stylized sometimes, like when you look at Legacy of Kain. And then they created Legend, which was kind of trying to look like realistic, but not really. But it wasn't a style, but it was. Because they were aiming at few things at once. They tried to make the fabric of the clothing in Next Gen super realistic. But then again, the style of the characters was still quite comic book-like, stylized. Lara wasn't realistic as a human being. Amanda wasn't. Zip and Alistair looked like a cliche. But it wasn't. But it was just like weird because it was confusing. AOD was straight, had hand to hand. It wasn't trying to be super realistic visually. And I do like that. Ooh, there's a new camera for standing at the top of the stairs. Okay. I wish I could see what's on the other side of the door, but... Hello, boy. Where's the other guy?
Pronikl do střeženého prostoru.
One shot from this close up? Yeah, that probably checks out. You see, that's one thing. Combat, when it comes to human enemies, is really good. I have no complaints about combat with humans. Because for once, the further you are from the enemy, the more shots count. I mean, what? I'm really tired after work, so I'm not able to speak properly. But what I mean is that when you're standing to someone this close and you shoot him in the face, that just needs one bullet, right? So that kind of a distance equation per bullet amount, it just really works. It just makes total sense. Meanwhile, any other Tomb Raider that came after AOD is like, oh, it doesn't matter the distance. I mean, yeah, it does, because Lara, the huge distances in Legend, she completely misses the target. You can like stand for 10 minutes at a like 20 meter or 50 meter distance, and she's not gonna kill him because she can't barely hit him with a bullet. But when she's still standing close to them, there's no difference. She's still gonna need to pack a certain amount of damage into them, like damage sponges, and that's always that. Like that's another thing that Core did better, because they thought about, yeah, okay, that will not make sense that I need to like keep shooting into his face, even though I'm like next to him, because that will just not work. And even in a noir setting of a comic, you know, you stand next to someone, you shoot them in the face, and they die. There's no damage need to be taken, so that's really a good idea, and I do like that. And I still miss that. A lot of games still use enemies as damage sponges, and that really sucks because it doesn't make sense. But Core actually made it better, in my opinion, when it comes to AOD. No, Lara, we're not climbing the ladder yet. Thank you, darling. Up on the box, honey. Oh, what the frick? Okay. I'm not gonna judge Lara, but yeah, they had a sense of what really checks out in sense of the context of the story or realism, and what is not gonna work. Like, I have no complaints about what happens to Boaz, even though it's kind of over the top, but it fits somehow. That when she is eaten by that pod, she kind of is melted into it, and there are some genetical experiments that Mueller is doing that, you know, this pod was probably highly genetically contagious or whatever, and that's fine. It checks out within the context of the situation. I mean, if it was put up in any other context in the game, it would have been ridiculous, but they you know, they did kind of use the onion thing. So far, stuff is happening within the realistic set of elements, but the further you go, the more uncanny valley the situation and the setting is turning to. But it's happening gradually, and the realism part is no longer relevant when you're in Prague and you're fighting all of those supernatural things. And that is a really nice thing that they did, and I really respected that kind of sense of vision, because that sense of vision has been gone from the franchise ever since AOD was replaced by Crystal. But yet again, I digress. I don't know, like, she's running a lot faster, and her turnarounds are so much more natural. And there are no issues with climbing and descending stairs. Doesn't glitch or get confused. That's another touch that this control scheme has that Vanilla didn't. Whoopsie. Love it. And that's how you don't waste ammo in this level. You just come up to them, jump, because that's when they are trying to ascertain where you are, so they won't shoot you, and then shoot them in the face when you're next to them, and they die with one bullet. That way, I have I have 6 bullets and 2 clips. We lose something here. Oh no, they stopped dropping stuff either. Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind if they dropped a bit of more ammo, because Desert Ranger is probably my favorite weapon in the game. But, okay. Alright, nothing left, nothing else to do but just to set the music on, right? Oh, no. I need to do one thing. I absolutely love this animation. I use it every time. I come here just to do this. And it's in the vanilla game too. It's not something that has been unlocked. I've just never pressed this combination of buttons together and never found it. I think I saw someone on Twitter showing it and I was like, what? What the fuck is this? Why is she doing this? How did I not find it? Oh, here they come. Here comes the cheesy 90s music that pretends to be 2000s. But we love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. This wasn't the fanciest club in France, but it definitely had its tunes. Come to mama. Come to mama. Goodbye, bitch. The only thing that makes me laugh is the ragdoll when they get shot and they are dropping to a completely incorrect position in the opposite direction from where they were shot. You were the one who shot me last time from the bottom. Bastard. I said, fuck you, bitch. Bastards. Oops. Uh-oh. I didn't die? I'm not using any god mode. Dalara is taking damage. She just decided not to in this fall? I mean, I can't complain, but... Ah, there we go. Uh-oh. Well, now she dies. Oopsie. Oh, not this side. I always wondered, wouldn't those things break her legs at some point? Like, this is going through her legs. This is a machine. It's not gonna care if there's a blockade. It's just gonna remove the blockade by moving as it's programmed. You bitch. Oh, please don't. Oh god, I hate that song. I absolutely detest it. If this is cheesy, then that song is triple the cheesiness. The one you're talking about. God, it's such a... I never liked it. I always like... It's funny because it was released for a game, but it wasn't a good song. It doesn't stay in my head. Like, I'm trying to remove it from my memory every time I hear it somewhere. And that's funny because I actually heard it on a radio in a store like a few months ago, and I was like, what the fuck? This is an ancient music. Why are they playing that? Like, most of the modern stations don't play stuff like that anymore.
I'm not strong enough.
You're not strong enough. Well, let's make you stronger.
I feel stronger now.
Yes, she feels stronger now. I mean, if it was a shuffle between this and the Angel of Darkness song, so it wouldn't be playing in the loop, I probably wouldn't have minded it that much. But if it was only this, ooh, no thank you. Angel of Darkness is a dreadfully indigestive song. Okay, so we get that. You're wondering what am I doing? I know what I'm doing. Because now this door is open and we can actually come back here without climbing the railing. Those who didn't know. This guy's lost. You'll need a bullet. We're vibing. I mean, I'm vibing. And now we can leave. Still vibing here. That is a question I wanted to ask you guys. I don't know. Should I return it to Pierre? Should I screw him over? But the doorman takes money from you. He wants like 800 euros or something, which is kind of like, the game is scarce in money. I don't want to give him money. I think I'm going to go with Francine and just go Pierre's route. And complain a bit that he was talking too loud. You know, that kind of stuff. Because if it was vanilla game, then I would have considered going the doorman way, so I would screw both Bernard and Pierre, but... Uh-oh. Someone died here. Is that Jim? Some man, right over as I escaped the club, then stumbled upon a body outside. Mangled, deep cuts all over as it is from a blade. The uniform by the dead man and those inside sported a lion's head symbol. How does it all fit in? Oh, I like these inputs here. That actually makes a lot of sense that Lara is trying to understand what the fuck is going on around here. What the hell is going on around here? Oh, actually, Lara says that. I think.
What the hell's going on around here?
There you go. So yeah, that's what's happening. I mean, we don't know what's happening. That was supposed to be in the vanilla. Ooh, nice. I like these additions that are supposed to be in the vanilla. They just didn't make it. Poor things. But yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, I don't understand why we... I mean, it didn't make sense that, you know, originally in the vanilla, you leave Pierre's, you leave the cafe, you go immediately to the club, and you see him right off. And he was just at the club. You wouldn't have the time to get to the club and do whatever he's doing then, snooping around. So there's really no logic. I mean, it would have made sense that he was just in our head canon that he was snooping in her footsteps, following what she was doing, trying to figure out what she was doing in the club or something. Yeah, and that would have been a nice addition. And this actually gives you that notion, this cutscene that we just saw, and then the body That actually makes sense. It's in a completely different circumstances. It's not in the darkness, but that actually makes sense. I like this addition. I don't understand why they removed it. It was such an easy thing. Just put a body that's all bloodied or whatever. Lara wondering what the hell is it all about. And now it makes sense that you have... Because it didn't make sense in the original vanilla game when he was just riding off. As I said, he didn't have the time to go from cafe to the club and then be done with it by the time Lara gets into the club in the first place. So that's like, what the fuck? Why are they trying to hint at it? It made me wonder, knowing the ending, if it was Curtis in the cafe and the same Curtis in the cutscene riding off with the bike, or maybe Carell was in the cafe and he was just pretending to be Curtis. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. It made me confused, and I don't think that was an intentional confusion. So I personally think that this change for that option is better. We stand this change in this house, yeah, for sure. Bunny rabbits jumping, pouncing. Oh Jesus!
How much for these?
Money, money. Oh, I have a voice recorder. A vintage cognac, and a vintage vinyl. I got 2,000 euros. That is nice. Although I'm pretty sure in the vanilla game you could have easily have a lot more. I ran 3,000, I think. It doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna call it when we get to the Bouchard's hideout, because it's getting late and I'm a bit I want to go to sleep kind of situation going on in my head. And my dog just woke up for whatever reason. I don't know what wakes him up really. Like,
Did everything go okay?
It's quiet in here.
I know,
Your
2
voice
hours.
really carries.
When has the
Don't
time
mess me
passed?
about.
You were right about the place being
Like,
staked
I haven't
out.
noticed.
There were gunmen all over the place. No sign of the monstrum, though.
You got it. Ah!
Now, a little matter of Bouchard's whereabouts.
Bouchard. Yes,
You aren't going to disappoint me, are you? You don't want to see my dangerous side?
no. It's just that someone else was asking for him. Just after you left.
Asking for Bouchard?
Yes. The customer who was sat in the corner, reading his paper. I couldn't tell him anything, naturally, but he may have overheard us.
You know, you talk real loud. It's hard not to notice it.
Okay. Take it easy. Are we going to deal?
Only if you behave.
All right. Bouchard is lying low. I know someone who can show you where.
You can trust them. This person you know.
Just about. Name of Francine. She's my ex.
Reassuring.
This is her address. And the code for the gate.
And she can point me to Bouchard? You sure?
Oh, absolutely. She knows a discreet route to the back of the premises.
Discreet. Translation. Dangerous.
Nothing in Paris is safe. But this route will get you where you want to go. Please, it's arranged.
That line.
She's expecting you.
I
Nothing
hope
in
this
Paris
arrangement
is
works
safe.
out, Pierre.
The fuck is that? Like
I'd
a
hate for you to become a
war
personal
time?
problem that I have to come back and tidy up.
Oh shit, DJ, what have you done? Welcome, DJ, and welcome, people. Hi there, DJ, what were you playing? Hi there, what were you doing? Which Tier Lee was tormenting you? Which Tier Lee have you been tormenting? Nope. What? Oh, it's that weird thing where Lara's in a cow onesie. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Oh, Jesus. That was a weird one. Did you actually finish it? Because I thought last time I saw you were kind of like struggling to figure out where to go.
Come in. Pierre said to expect you.
And that's a nice addition. She welcomes you, and it doesn't start with a pointless cutscene that you don't even know what the hell's going on. We are playing Age of Darkness in a restoration project modifications. Not all of them, but all of those that are making story additions, because Control Scheme I'm using from somewhere else. So basically there will be some cutscenes changed, maybe not cutscenes, but like locations, dialogue lines added, items changed, locations, entrances, stuff like that, because they're more like in how it was originally intended.
Bouchard is in the old church. You need to find the mausoleum in the churchyard. It leads down into the church basement.
Is this the best way?
It's the only way past the doorman. Watch out for the ledges. They are dangerous.
Where isn't these days?
Welcome to Paris.
The unfortunate downside is that we can't go through her cupboards now. Can't steal her stuff. I can't say I like that. Oh well. That nobody cares that this all piece of debris has fallen off the building, and like no one cares. I know it's probably early in the morning in France, but like nobody cares. Sorry, my dog is being restless again. I'm wondering if he's gonna let me sleep tonight. I can't blame him. I just wish I would know what's wrong with him, because he's like really not helping in diagnosing him properly. And the fact that he refuses to sleep during the day is really not helping him either, because he's constantly exhausted. I don't know, maybe it really is dementia, maybe there is some underlying physical issue, I don't know. All of his tests come with no conclusion, so... Wow, just one gun in total. I did press the action button, Nora, thank you. Very rude. Fuck's sake. Can't I jump? I mean, I can, but Lara apparently cannot. Oh well. Oof. Yeah, we know. You feel stronger now. Oh, actually, this level is still called Ghetto Underground. There's no word of Bashard's hideout. Interesting. I've not anticipated that, but I still think it's a better thing than calling it Bashard's hideout straight away. So that does feel like a better part. Right, well I've saved, so I'm just gonna save again, because whatever. Yeah, sorry guys, you just raided with DJ at the time where I'm about to finish off, because, it is getting late, and I need to get my sleep before I wake up at 6 AM, and it's already 10 PM right now. For me anyway. But yeah, thanks for popping in, thanks for joining. I freaking love AOD, and the game has not aged like many games that came after that are visually, I don't know, story-wise, they're a bit unplayable, but AOD is holding up in so many ways better than a lot of games that, as I said, came after. So I think personally, it is a fun game that has received a lot of fun service and a lot of fun help to make it a little bit less broken and make it a bit more unbroken. At least you get a grasp on the entire storyline, because better, I think, because it does give you a bit more context. There are more entries in inside the storyline. You get these entries in the notebook and stuff, and they give you a bit more context about what's going on, what's happening, and what to expect. So I personally think that these additions from the Restoration Project are perfectly fine on their own. I know that the Definitive Edition uses some of those things. I'm just not sure about the changes that they've added on their own, so I'm just keeping to the Restoration Project because it feels like more balanced in respecting the original source material in the game. But as I say, this is like my personal view. It's I don't have to be right about this, but this is just how it fits for me. Anyway, I'm starting to jabble and babble, and I don't want to. Just gonna see if I can rate someone who's running like something. Oh, Anastasia Croft is running one of my favorite tier leads from TTAC, the Himalayan Mysteries. It's part 4 stream, so I'm just gonna go over to Anastasia. Let me see. That is Anastasia Croft. Let's send off a raid to her. I know there was a bit of impromptu stream and it wasn't expected to happen at all, but I really just wanted to have some time with you guys and nerd about Angel of Darkness because I think that game deserves it. Hoping to see you again, maybe during the weekend. I don't think I'll have a lot of time to stream during the rest of the week. Today was a pretty chill day, so I had enough energy in me to like maybe try, but I will try to squeeze something hopefully during the weekend. But yeah, until then, I will bid you farewell. Have a good evening, afternoon, depending on what time it is for you. I will see you next time, and you know, let's celebrate Angel of Darkness for what it was, for what it is, and for what it could have been. I think it's a game that's worth attention. It's definitely a game that still has a lot of mysteries and a lot to tell us, and I think it's just worthy. So yeah, I will see you next time when I will stream, and until then, stay safe and take care of yourselves. Cheers, guys.